Welcome to Monza, where the crowd are ready for today's action. And we hope you're ready to see the world's best drivers fighting it out for that #1 spot. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix. Here's the grid for today's race. We'll be starting shortly.
How's it going, guys, and welcome to the second round of our F1 2015 Last to First Challenge, the series where we start at the back of the grid and try and win from the back. And it's raining. This will be the very first time I'm driving in the wet on this game, and I am dreading it. I have no idea what a strategy is around here. I don't know what the pace is at in the wet, so this is going to be quite interesting. Obviously, some of you may recognise the last time I drove in the wet I was a bit atrocious, so hopefully the game has improved since 2014 and see if we can win this race. I've changed it to be Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes because it might make it a bit more interesting because of the Ferrari being a bit slower than the Mercedes in terms of race pace, so I'm going to stick with the Mercedes throughout the rest of the series. But if you've got any recommendations, guys, for the next track I try, then leave a comment in this video for your track to be considered for the next race. So all the races will be live and on YouTube, and there'll be no flashbacks, no assists whatsoever. So without further ado, we're going to kick this off. No idea what we're going to expect. 27 laps this is going to be, so let's see how we do. Either it's going to get wetter or it's going to get drier, so let's see how we do. Round 2 of Last to First, and we're away. And we get a decent start, best start I've had actually on this game, so we're going to go past Roberto Meri. This is going to be quite interesting turn 1, so he's going to brake nice and early. That's up to 15th place, so it's a good start. Oh, so we hit Max Verstappen there. Right, so we've got a lot of work to do now. First time driving in the wet, so I don't know what the conditions are, don't know what the traction's like. So a bit of tyre squeal, a bit of locking up. Got to Rich now, 27 laps as I've said. Already gained 5 positions, so it's a good start. Alonso's up to 13th, which is quite good, but we're going to brake early for the corner. Perez has gone down the inside of Alonso. They're both side by side through a Ascari, which is going to give me a bit of a chance to go 3 wide. And we move up into 13th place. So it's a good start for us. We need to beat 5th place, or 4th place actually, I think it was, from the last round, so the only way is up. This is my first time driving Monza as well in the game, so I'm just trying to remember my lines for 2014, but got to be so careful on braking as well.
Here's the current fuel level. We have 40 kilos remaining. 40 kilos.
Nice, and I've got 40 kilos.
Keep your focus. Everyone's struggling in these conditions.
Doing pretty well so far, so just being very careful on these inters because I want to try and save them as much as possible. Science had a massive moment there, so I'm going to try and pass him here if we can. Just can't get any. Just going to try and brake. Get it done. So the extra wing I put, well, 4 free wings from the Austria setup is actually helping us here. So next up is Daniel Ricciardo. Hopefully it's going to dry up. I'm praying for it to dry up. It looks like it is, but I'm not too sure at this point. But we're going to get the DRS for this lap. Be enabled, so
Rosberg's just taken first
We
place.
won't get it till the main straight. Rosberg's taking the lead of the race. I've just locked up a treat, but we somehow avoid going off at turn 1. Ooh. That little mistake at turn 1's kind of cost us a bit here. Got the ante in terms of fuel here. See, the leaders are starting to struggle, it seems, because on the map they're not that far away from that. As we go a bit too aggressive into the entry of Ascari there, doing a Tiamat Marduk line there from the ARL days of Season 3. But the leaders aren't that far. I think the gap's still the same, so these guys in front in this train are actually catching up to the leaders, so that's actually quite a good sign. As we see some people making moves at the minute, but
Since we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race, consider lowering the fuel mix. Tyres are shown to be within the optimal temperature range.
just check tyres. Actually, you see the tyres are fine at the minute, which is quite a good sign. And we can try and get these. Oh, a bit of a cheeky lock up again. Just early on the traction there, that's pushed us a bit on there, but we're slowly gaining on the leaders, as I've said that, and we're gaining on this train again, so being very vigilant on my tyres at the minute, and short shifting just before the rev limiter hits red, so I'm being very careful on the engine, so because you can lose power by shifting too much as the temperature at the minute's green, but you don't want it to be in red because you'll start to lose power. Sorry, Stano, a second quicker than Daniel Ricciardo, so
Rosberg has just made a pass for the lead.
Rosberg's back in the lead. There's a battle going on between the two Red Bulls here for 10th place, so that's quite nice to see. Already nearly a fifth of the way through the race. Pace is I'm keeping my pace consistent. Oh, got a bit too wide on entry, and again locked up a bit. Kvyat's gone a bit wide as well, so obviously there's no DRS, I've just realised, so because of the wet conditions, my bad.
You're faster in sector 2 than the car ahead.
So I just brought the brake bias to the rear, which may help me in terms of stopping my locking up. Into the draft now. Lucky Kvyat's getting some draft from his teammate, so don't think I'm going to get a pass done here. Or might do. Just went to the back there. Get a better exit than Kvyat. Can't get it done. He's getting that draft here from his teammate here, so we're going to go down here and get past both of the Red Bulls here, maybe. Do indeed. 2 positions are into the top 10. Good start here. Still got +1 of fuel as well, so that's quite good. And we've just seen the tyres starting to show a bit of degradation there.
is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
Ricardo having a bit of a Kvyat actually having a sniff there. It's the short shift. Oh God, got wide into the to correct that. But look at this battle going on here for don't know what position this is. I think it's at the 6th place. In front of us. Gap's relatively the same up front.
Okay, quick fuel update. There's 30 kilos left. We have 30 kilos of fuel remaining.
Got a nice exit there out of that corner. Here we go. This should be interesting. Maldonado, I don't know what the hell he's doing there.
You might want to consider switching to a lower fuel mix. We may not finish on the current settings.
As we're just going to gain a shell out of positions. Late move on Marcus Ericsson there, given the space. Risky move there, but we get it nailed. So we've gone from what 10th to 6th place, so that's a good moment. Now it's the top 5 with the 2 Ferraris, the 2 Williams, and Nico Rosberg. So this should be quite interesting to try and catch up to this train, which is 9 seconds. So we've got a lot of work to do now. Being held up in that traffic. Got to get away from this big train. I mean, there's Massa and Rosberg having a squabble, it seems. Up front. Oh, that was not a good Ascari. I do apologise.
Has just made a pass for the lead.
Bottas now leads. It's going to be too wide there. Might as well prepare the intermediates just for the next pit stop, just in case. The good news is we're pulling away and we're gaining on Rosberg, so that's quite good. Yep. Do need to keep an eye on that. Oh God, lock up, lock up, lock up. Just made the corner. But do need to be careful of that engine temp, so we need to do some quick short shifts. And shift more carefully down the gears. So I'm going to stay and lean for a bit.
The team want you to shift up through the gears earlier. They think it'll save fuel.
Which is what I'm doing. As I'm slowly but surely gaining on the leaders, so it's not by much, but I'll take little baby steps. Too much had to lift off there to save going off again in Ascari, which has proven to be quite difficult in these conditions. Straight away. Rosberg's 3 seconds up the road. That surely can't be right.
Okay, good. You're keeping up with race pace.
Apparently got an achievement already, so I don't know what that is.
Bottas has just moved into 1st place.
How's our tyres? Looking okay at the minute. My main thing is I'm away from the train behind of about 5 cars, so that's quite good. Just another lock up there. Get on that straight away. Right, coming up to the 10th lap. Somewhat the pace is the same. The gap's relatively the same to the leaders, but they've broken up a bit, so the pace for them may be starting to go a bit quicker.
Fuel is marginal. We're going to have to go very easy to recover enough to see the race out.
Gone purple in the last sector, which is quite promising as well, I've just noticed. Straight on the gas again. The only positive is I can see more of the leading pack now on the map. So, oh, too much entry speed there, locked up. Didn't want to do that. Too much brake pressure on there. And again, showing a bit of signs of wear at the minute, so I need to be very careful now. The front left is again, which we had issues with in the last race. So I need to start thinking about how to make that a bit better for the next couple of races. But I can slowly just see the next two cars of Rosberg and Massa braking very late into Parabonica. Very late, I must say. Coming up to nearly half distance already, so that's quite promising. Quite a quick race this one. Fuel's optimal at the minute still. May go down to a more lenient fuel strategy. Once I get to the back of the train, I'll start to save more fuel. I've got 60% of fuel, which is quite promising, so just on par really with the fuel, so again it's going to be quite close if we keep this maintaining of consumption of fuel, but we're catching them up very slowly. So see some Massa fans in the chat, so that's quite nice to see. Raikkonen still leads the race, so that's quite interesting. Bottas I think is second, so I think it's a finish 1-2 at the minute. How's our tyres looking?
Lost 5/10 to last lap.
If I can get this to around that 14, then I can definitely stay on these intermediates. So I think it may just be a one stop here if the rain keeps on going. The engineer hasn't really come on the radio saying it's going to stop raining, so maybe it's a wet race to the end. Just a bit of curve there, pushes a bit wide. Vettel's now leading the race, so quite close up front. So I need to really start thinking about pitting soon, try and get an undercut.
Okay, here's the fuel situation at the moment. We have 20 kilos remaining, that's 20 kilos.
The only positive is I can look at the tyres and they seem okay, so maybe pitting earlier may be the answer.
Pit window now open for you.
Well, it's telling me to pit anyway this lap, so So I'll pit this lap, get some clean air hopefully. The rest of the pack will probably pit on 14, so try and do a cheeky jump. We know the tyres can last more than 15 laps probably.
Spurs next, just 5 seconds.
Oh, locked up again, but we somehow get the corner and we don't go off the track there, so... Oh, gone too wide. Tyres are going off there on the fronts, front left in particular. The only positive is we're still, the gap behind is quite massive, so that's a positive as Mass has been overtaken again by my teammate.
Box.
Oh, too much entry there, too much mid speed through the Ascari there, had to correct that. So no one pits, which is quite interesting. So we will dive into the pits. Someone is in as well. Who's this? Who's down in the pits? Oh my god, it's Rosberg. Please. Oh my god, I've been held in the pits. And it told me to pit as well. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, not lost that much time really. I only lost 2 seconds. So I've not really lost that much time. The main thing is, can we get out ahead of any cars? And I'm stuck in second gear. There we go. Well, there's a glitch there, guys. There's a glitch right there for you, which is probably going to cost me a shed load of time. GG Codemasters with that. That's really hampered my race now a bit. As just got to get these up to temperature. But that has just cost me massively, time-wise, to Massa and Rosberg. I've got to pick up the pace again. Oh, these tyres are still not up to temperature yet. So I made that mistake in Ascari. So there are some more people pitting. So we're starting to get some grip now. As all these guys will pit, and you can just see Felipe Massa just up the road. We've got a purple last sector as well, which is very promising. A lot of work to do now.
That's P6, P6.
So the positions have not changed at all.
Okay, we've lost over half of our initial fuel load now. We're down to 40% fuel.
Need to really... We're still really, I have to say, we're still catching Massa really, so that's quite promising. I think Rosberg's been held up as well by someone, I don't know who it is. But we need to really get a move on.
We should start saving on fuel. Fuel mix one.
No, we're not fuel saving yet, Jeff.
Still looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can.
Well, he just pits. I don't know why Jeff's saying that. Staying standard for a bit now. Whoever's ahead of Rosberg is actually helping a bit. Don't know who it is, but that's a potential podium position, I think it is. The leaders are just too far away at the minute. Don't know how many seconds I lost from that pit stop and the glitch with the pit exit, but it's not helped me a lot in this race.
The 15 kilo mark in terms of fuel. 15 kilos of fuel remain.
Oh, just cut a bit of a sky there. Apart from that, we went purple in the middle sector. Maldonado's beating the big pack. Oh, that's interesting. Is the track drying up a bit, I wonder? As Massa's pitting. Interesting. As we've set the fastest lap apparently, I think.
We are critical on fuel, probably a lap or so short. We don't need to risk a DNF chasing records, so think about going down to mix 1 and lifting early into the corners.
What did I feel actually? We're optimal, we're fine. We're fine, Jeff. But Massa pitting's quite an interesting sight, so...
It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
So Jeff's told me not to pit yet, so I'm relying on Jeff here.
Raikkonen's out in front.
I'm trusting Jeff here, so... But Vettel, who was leading the race, has dropped to 4th, so... That's quite interesting. Got 11 laps to go in this race as well. Oh, there's the -1 that I did not want to see. I wonder if anyone else will pit. Massa pitting is just going to spark a massive roar. Nope, the leaders are staying out, it seems. I don't know why Massa pitted. That's what has really confused me. It's surely going to dry up. It's getting brighter, but the track's still a bit damp.
Okay, times are looking good. We're matching race pace.
But it's like a 27.4 now. Just cut turn 1 a bit. So that sign from Jeff of talking about not changing tyres is a bit interesting. Don't go on the gravel. Well, now the only advantage I have at the minute is a possible podium is on the cards due to Vettel and Rosberg squabbling over 3rd place, so I can just keep this pace at the minute as Vettel gets past Rosberg again.
Okay, there's 10 kilos of fuel left. 10 kilos of fuel.
Really pushing it on fuel,
The fuel mix to lean. We need to start saving fuel.
which I am doing.
We're very low on fuel. Try to shift up through the gears earlier. It may help save more fuel.
As we march on to lap 19. Stay on these roads as an achievement. It's popped up, I don't know if it's popped up on your screens, guys, but gotta do that fuel save. In the middle sector I'll probably use it. So I might as well just keep it in this lean mix for this middle sector. And go up to standard maybe. So just got a bit of wheel spin out of the exit of the corner. Then on the straights we got to mix 2. Just contemplating whether to... I don't know. As Massa and Rosberg, Rosberg and Vettel are still fighting. Oh, we've got a bit too wide again. On there. Raikkonen still leads the race. They are still fighting for the final podium position. We get a very nice last sector.
Initial fuel load. There's 25% remaining.
So we're slowly gaining on these two. The win, I think, is probably out of the cards unless the weather decides to change. But at the minute, it doesn't seem like it. But it is getting brighter. I've said this already, but I don't think it's going to be enough time for it to be dry to maybe think of the AI to pit for it, the dries. But still, not a lot of time though. 8 laps can happen, so I've got the options ready just in case. Got to standard as someone's in the pits. I don't know if that's a leader or it's a back marker. As they're still squabbling here, Vettel and Rosberg up front. May take a gamble here with Rich down the straight. Tyres seem alright. Still up to temperature the tyres, so it is still a bit wet. First time in the gravel there. May need to start thinking about going back on the brake bias to standard. Just need these two to keep fighting.
Okay, at the current pace and fuel settings, we won't have enough fuel for the end of the race. Consider lowering the fuel mix.
There's a moment there through Ascari. As people are pitting. There are people pitting. Interesting. I don't know if to stay out or not. Everyone's pitting. This is going to be interesting. But I'm staying out. We take the lead of the race for the first time, but can we hold on?
Right, tyre situation. We're good for the time being, but you are going to start to notice the wear, so make sure it doesn't catch you out.
It's a hard decision this is. Do we pit? But we get the glitch. It's a tough decision this is. This is a very hard decision. Risk the tyres going up or stay out. Let me know, guys, in the chat if you're watching this live.
Okay, we're low on fuel. Try shifting up the gears a little sooner. This should help us save some fuel.
Need to see what Raikkonen's pace is actually before I make that decision. Is it worth staying out or? Let's have a look at the gap. 12. Well, he lost a half a tenth, so. Plus, I'm low on fuel as well. The final countdown, another achievement unlocked. got about 4 in this race. What's our tyres looking like? The tyres seem okay, that's the problem. At the minute. 12.2, so Raikkonen's gaining a bit more time on us there. But we are on lean, remember, so we're saving fuel. Tyres look okay. A minute, let's see what the gap is. 12.4, oh god, the gap's dropping to 11 seconds. I think we may just stay out and gamble it. It's still raining. Everyone's saying box, box, box. I'm not too sure. Really. Because of the glitch, I'm going to probably not win the race, obviously, but I may lose out on a top 5 the podium finish. Oh god, it is 9 seconds. Blimey.
Pit crew will fit the options next time you're in.
I might try out one more lap. I'm 2 seconds a lap slower now. Blooming heck.
We've only got about 5 kilos of fuel remaining now. That's 5 kilos of fuel. You're losing 3 seconds a lap to Raikkonen. We need to see a response quickly.
Oh my, yeah, definitely not. The tyres at the minute, they are dying now. So we'll have to go on options.
Okay, fitting options on your next stop.
Just got the grip though, look. This is a very difficult decision, this is. But it's raining though, that's what I don't understand. The tyres are fine.
You might want to consider switching to a lower fuel mix. We may not finish on the current settings.
Oh god, 5 seconds, blooming heck.
Tyre update for you, and it looks like this set is coming to the end of its life. We don't anticipate having much more time before it's completely gone. The grip loss will be sudden, so be ready.
There's Raikkonen, I think, on the map. I might just stick it out really. I can get a second place or a podium out of this. But it's...
Raikkonen's just put in a new fastest lap.
This is a bit of a gamble, but I'm staying out. He's being held up by traffic, which is going to help. We've got 2 and a bit laps to go of the race. Just got to stay on the wet lines. Oh god, gone off.
Right, just 10% of fuel left now. 10%.
Struggling now. So the plan is to stay out now. Even if our tyres are a bit doggy, I've got 2 laps to survive. Well, I'm on basically thin ice on terms of fuel. This is a massive gamble. And I think this is Raikkonen right behind me on my trumpets. It is. And my fuel light's flashing as well, so this is not good. Oh god, locked up.
They want you to shift up through the gears earlier. They think it'll save fuel.
That bit of a lock up there. I don't know what's happened to Raikkonen though. What's happened to Raikkonen, I wonder? Maybe a back marker's cost him the win here. we're starting to aquaplane a bit now. This is going to be quite a night. Round 2. We've got Bottas after us now. It's like the career mode race around here. Actually need to stay in standard. Rosberg is right on the tail as well. Take a Scori fine. Oh, maybe not. Take a Scori fine. And there goes Bottas. So we've lost the lead, but we can get DRS, maybe. No, Bottas has just got the grip. Well, there's the wing gone. Just a lap. Wish the rain just stayed for another lap or two and we would have just pipped him. But we get the DRS, so that's a bit of a bonus. We could still potentially get a podium here. So we're on to the last lap. So strategy didn't really work out for us today, but it was worth taking the gamble, so. Vettel and Rosberg are still squabbling, and there's a back marker in front of them. This should be quite interesting for them. As Bottas goes away. Oh, I've run out of fuel. Oh no, no. The game's trolled me again. Oh well. As there goes Vettel. There goes Rosberg. Where's Marcus? Marcus Oakson's quite far away, I think, so we could still get a top 5 here. As there goes Will Stevens. Don't know where. I think we're guaranteed 4th place, guys, so. No, I didn't really want that. Oh, dang it. Bottas wins the race, so we're going to be fine. I think that's Marcus Ericsson there on the map, so 4th place will do from last. Just a bit of a bad decision really in terms of strategy, but I had to take it. So, and embarrassingly, a manor passes us. So that's not what I wanted. But, oh well. On there, so
it's been a good day's work for Valtteri Bottas.
It's quite a good race that. We were comfortable in 4th place with the one-stop strategy there, but Raikkonen actually retired from the race, so I wonder what happened to him. Very interesting there. But we can take things away from this. We can say we should have pitted for options and we should have saved fuel a bit more. So we've learned a lot from this race. So I can take this away and see how we do in the next race, but I'm going to end it there, guys. So thanks for watching this live if you watched it or watched it back on YouTube. Let me know in the comments what you want next as the next race for the Last to First challenge, and I will consider your tracks and we'll get it up. It will be live as always for the rest of the series on there, so make sure to hit the like button. Let's try and get it to 100 likes, guys. But until next time, have a great day wherever you're doing, and I shall see you very soon for another F1 video. Until then, have a great day.